Welcome back. We suffered single digits overnight last night, and we're sitting about 70 degrees in our greenhouse today, thanks to the sun and thanks to our compost heated floor. Got our compost heated hose buried on this side, not fully buried on that side yet. Trying to amend all of our soil. We're throwing tons of our compost and reseeding, throwing all of our compost down as I'm trying to build all of the loam and build up my soil. You can see my compost and just building all my soil by throwing more on top. I have thrown a ton of compost into this entire bed. All of the compost and soil that I've mixed in, I wanted to get some of that perlite in there that comes with your good soils, so I wanted to kind of mix that in just to get a good base down. I will just continue to throw compost down on this whole stretch here. It is really outproducing the other beds because the other beds are just basically the soil that we were working with without all of the extra added benefits of nutritions from the soil. We composted our own compost. We had finished and sifted, and we went through here and watered it all in, and it definitely spruced all of our plants up. They are all looking very good and healthy. But let's get to this compost heating system. I wanted to show this. Let me kick this on here. I've got my larger battery. I've got my water flowing. I want to check this out here, see what kind of temps we got coming out of our water. So I just kicked that on. Our water's coming through. Oh, we've got about 100 degrees on our compost pile there. It was about 110, and I had this running for a while because I wanted to see what we were doing. I wanted to see if we were actually changing the temperature of the water in here. So we are already blowing 75-degree water into this tank, which is about 62 degrees. The tank was about 50 when we started this a couple hours ago. I kicked it on, ran for about an hour. So I want to get some good measurements on this whole system as a whole, basically, and see how much we're actually transferring and see if I actually have enough copper in this compost pile. I cooled the pile off by running my cold water through it. So basically using the sun, using this little window here with a whole bunch of heat sinks behind it and a little backdrop of black poly basically on the back of our heat sink here to build as much heat as I can through that window pane and store it as a thermal mass and warm that water up to lessen the load of our compost having to transfer it through the entire floor here, back out, up underneath the floor, and then through this bed all the way back to dump back in. So what I did is hooked up a larger battery here just to get a little bit more runtime into the night. I probably need a little bit bigger compost pile. This just started to heat up, so I've been drawing the heat off of this and been able to blow about 80 degrees at the max out of here, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, thus transferring a lot of heat to this tank, which is an awesome feat for just solar power and electricity that ran by the sun and a little bit of water heated by compost. So I had a lot of questions basically on how to hook this up and what you need to do it and the basic costs on all of this here. So I kind of wanted to break it down, but not exactly, because what my costs weren't 100% of what you would normally spend. I always try and get things cheaper and do it myself nonetheless. The only thing I really spent was about $100, maybe $110 on our 100-watt solar panel with our little solar controller. And that was for a pond pump that we ran for our chickens. We had a little pond that we ran for them. So we've used that solar powered system and that solar controller many times over for many different systems and not have to pay for the electricity that we're creating and using here. So if we're saying we got $100 to $150 solar kit that you're ordering, or you could plug it into the wall. So you need a power source. So you're about $100 in, or you're going to pay whatever it costs per month to run your pump and whatever else you use, like a fan. Like we're pushing this air through our compost here with that little solar powered fan, and all this metal's drawing a little bit of heat off of it and blowing a little bit more warmer air in here. So this large tub was about $120 brand new. I got this on sale for less than half price, so I'm not complaining about that. I got my PEC tubing for around $50. The copper coil was free, but copper is expensive. So you got a solar powered system, you've got your copper, and you've got your PEC tubing or hosing that you need to run your water through. You've got your copper for heat transfer, and basically you need just some type of pump. Now I got this pump for $15 on the discount bin, and that's just a 800 gallons per hour 3/4 inch attachment with a float to control it and not let it burn itself up. So that was a super cheap buy. Normally that's about $30–40 for a quality pump that will last a couple years. This pump I'm using now was an old bilge pump for an old live well I had in my old boat. So it's been used for years and years, over 10 years. So it's still getting good use, and we're flowing good warm water out of there. That is so cool. I can see how Jean Payne could heat the water in his house and heat his home with all of the energy that he creates for free. I'm out here on day 2 of data collection. 2 days after this pile is fully hot and starting to put some heat into our water. And this pile's sitting well over 100 degrees here, almost 110. And that is good for us because that's where it was sitting yesterday when I had this water running through it. And then it slowly dissipated. So I kind of shut the system off last night and let this pile build some steam before I turned this water back on it and allowed it to transfer to our water here. Now we're transferring some good heat from our compost to our water, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how much and at what rate we're transferring. Let's take a look at our water temps here. So we're holding 80 degrees right now off of this little compost pile that's really not all the way up to temp yet. And we're able to push all of that into our greenhouse and hold it in our thermal mass of our water tank here. We're seeing some very cool findings, and I wanted to share this after I took some temps on a decent day here. And this still isn't all the way up to temp, like I said. So I'm going to build this compost pile up bigger. I mean, it's doing its job right now, but I can build it about twice as big, and I'll put my clear poly over it to help that process. This really kick-started it and allowed this to break down because the sun was heating it up and allowing this to really get going here. In a relatively short amount of time with the given circumstances, we had 5 degrees overnight the other night with negative windshield. So I was worried about this whole system because I had already started this compost. So throwing this clear poly on has definitely aided in the heating of this compost. Now we've had a little bit of a break in the temperatures after those cold nights we've had, so that's going to help us store more energy into this heat sink and transfer it through our floor. So it's a win-win process. Just being passive and solar in more ways than one. There's way more than one way to harvest solar energy and to store it also. I'm just trying to be as self-sufficient as I possibly can and learn and share everything I'm learning along the way. This is a very cool process. You can see I don't have this hose clamped all the way tight. This connection was the main connection I was worried about getting cinched tight, so I don't have to worry about anything leaking out. But this system pretty well runs flawlessly. Like you've seen in our small greenhouse, we have our little system, basically a micro version of all of this here, and we're able to get a good burn throughout the winter and transfer all of that heat. So I'm just working this large system to try and figure out how I can better set it up, and I don't have a whole lot of space I'm working with left. I just filled this whole northern end of our greenhouse very quickly with this whole system, so I would like to kind of streamline it. Next winter this pile will be outside and I will transfer all of my hoses through the wall just like in our small greenhouse. Now before I let everybody go, I've got these delicate tomatillos sitting out here. I got this little solar fan just running and blowing on these tomatillos here, and these have been out here for maybe 2 nights now after we got that deep cold night. I'm just really shocked that these aren't dead and they're still alive. I mean, they're covered in poly and they're protected, but each end of that is open and it's got good ventilation blowing through there. But that's kind of like a detector for how cold it gets, because those are a tomatillo, they're a nightshade family, so they will not tolerate very much cold. So they're a good indicator of what's going on in here and how warm it's been, because we've had some decently cold nights. We've had some nights that were below freezing, so that's pretty interesting that those were able to stay alive inside here. I just want to thank everybody for watching these videos, and if anyone has any questions on the cost or how to put this together or the materials, definitely drop it in the comments below if I left anything out. I feel like I didn't cover it all. I just wanted to show how I got this system running and how we're using it and how effective it really can be and what kind of data heat transfer that we're actually getting to this. So the next update I bring, I'm going to try and show how much I'm transferring to 25 to 30 feet of copper wrapped up in here, and the size of the pile estimated on cubic feet. So I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit. I just have to get all of it together and get it in a way that I can present it to people other than myself. So thank everyone again for watching these videos, and don't forget to reach out with any questions you have on this system.